We've had different stories about people who got attacked for no reason, people who were attacked for their gender, people who were attacked for just being a human. And then there are people who have been attacked for their religious beliefs. Eunice was a deaconess of the Divine Touch Parish of the Redeemed Christian Church of God and a mother of 7. She was an indigene of Ekiti State and had been married to her husband, Eunice Olawole, who is also a pastor and also from Ondo State since 2000. She was described by her husband as hardworking, God-fearing, and supportive in sustaining the family. She was also described by others as a humble and passionate teacher. Now, the family lived in Kubwa area of the capital city in Abuja. Now, she's one of those preachers that wakes up very early in the morning with her megaphone and her Bible. She walks from street to street preaching the word of God. If you're a Nigerian, then you probably have an idea of how this woman moves around in the morning. But the problem was that she was not just preaching to Christians, she was also patrolling areas where there were Muslims. And they did not like her coming around there preaching, her Christian faith to people. They warned her a couple of times. They made remarks about her talking about religion and telling them that Christ is the only way to heaven. Just pretty much what you would hear from a strong Christian. This did not sit well with the Muslims in the area, and there was a mosque around there as well where there are, where Muslims go to do their own prayers. So eventually she started to feel like they were being hostile towards her, especially by that time of the morning. It's too early to start preaching to people. But then there are people who appreciate it. But if people say they no longer want you to be, calling into a megaphone by that early morning, then perhaps she should have stopped. So she went home and told her husband what people are saying. Her husband cautioned her to be very careful of those men because, there has been history of them getting violent towards Christians. So after telling her husband that, and her husband advised her to stop preaching, she suspended her daily morning evangelism for about a week, and then she resumed again. But one day, a Muslim cleric who came to their house requested for food for his Islamic school. Now, we don't know if this man was trying to test her or if he was there scouting for other reasons, but this man was said to have appeared in her house and asked her for food so that he could take it back to, his Muslim students. But the woman told him that she did not have any food available. She did not have anything to give to him. The man said nothing and walked away. On the 9th of July 2016, Eunice went to preach in the streets very early in the morning as usual, but this time around something bad happened to her. According to the media, she was murdered around 5 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. No one knew what happened, no one saw what happened to her, but people believe that she must have been attacked by those men who were threatening her, those Muslim men who hated her coming in the area and preaching the word of God. So they said that she was stabbed severally and there were cuts all over her body. She was found dead on the floor with her cell phone, her Bible, and her megaphone all next to her. So her husband was home waiting for her to come home, but then he had his children talking about a woman who was murdered not too far away. His children heard that from some footballers who came back from playing football. So they apparently saw it on their way and they were just making commentary about it. The gruesome murder of Eunice sparked outrage on social media among Nigerians, especially between Christians and Muslims, which further revealed divides among religious lines. Now, the state of religious tolerance in the country became an issue of concern. 6 suspects were arrested in connection with the murder. Many residents living close to the area where she was murdered moved away because they did not want to be arrested. But then weeks later, the FCT police commissioner said that the 6 out of the 8 people they arrested in connection to her death had been released. They said that the investigation showed that they had nothing to do with the crime. So the big question is, who killed Eunice that morning? Till date, that case is still pending. no one is in prison for her murder. This is a very unfortunate story that whenever you think about it, it just hurts you. I mean, there are better ways to stop someone from preaching in the area. Perhaps if there were stronger laws protecting people, perhaps the police would have warned her to stop preaching in the area following a complaint from the people. But it seemed like in Nigeria, people just do what they want. Religious people do as they please without minding who's offended by their actions. And this is exactly what led to this woman's death. There has been so many other incidences like this in different parts of the country. Her death is very unfortunate, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the subscribe button and also follow me on TikTok. My username is @storieswitholuchi. There you can find several other short stories that I don't share on YouTube. Thank you again for watching and have a good day.